Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading for September 11th to the 17th. This is for Leo Sun and Leo Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Leo. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. Leo, did you notice I was like out of the camera, so I had to like scoot up? How funny is that? Maybe it's not funny at all. I thought it was funny. Leo, this week is huge. It's huge. We have the new moon in Virgo. Now, if you saw your September forecast, or, you know, even last week's reading, which was September's forecast, and come on, I'm actually recording this during Mercury retrograde, so there are going to be slip-ups like this. All this activity in Virgo is in your second house. So money, salary, finances. If you're not here for money, if you are George Clooney watching this video, okay, where money's not even an issue for you, self-confidence, self-value, self-worth, that's all part of the second house. Okay, so this week not much might not happen in the first half, okay, but then come on the 14th, we have that new moon in Virgo. Remember that I said Uranus is very harmonious, okay? So that Uranus, a planet of breakthrough, innovation, surprises. Now that's the key word here, because what's happening after this new moon in Virgo? The sun is trining Uranus. So this is a double whammy of 2 days where you could have some really great unexpected surprises when it comes to messages, when it comes to hearing news around this time, okay? Remember, these are just key. The aspects are peaking on these dates, so you could possibly feel it like throughout the week. New moons carry so much energy, okay, for weeks, all right? So keep that in mind. And new moons start new cycles, new beginnings, new opportunities. Some of y'all could be getting new jobs, okay? Some of y'all could be starting side hustles, whatever it is. It's there's a lot that's happening. This new moon, just consider it like a portal to something new, okay? Something new, again, with your second house. Now, the other thing is, as you know, Mars is in Libra, which is a big thing. Mars, again, I talk more about this in my September reading, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but it is in your third house, which not only does rule communication, so be careful about the way you communicate. With Mercury retrograde, also up until the 15th, Mercury is going direct finally, but it still will be in its shadow period. So really just be careful about the ways that you communicate. And even like if you do receive any sort of contracts or whatnot, take some time to really look them over. But it really is a big message coming through for me is communication. Don't butt anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like when if you're talking about something and then someone cuts in, like they're just like, but anyway, like I don't know. Yeah, just happened to, I was outside and I heard someone say, I was like, oh, I don't like it when people do that. But anyway, that's the big thing that's happening. Venus is squaring Jupiter on the 16th. So as you know, we've already had a couple of these, okay? These are those great moments of like, what's going to bring me pleasure? What's going to bring me joy? What am I going to eliminate from my life? What have I understood while Venus was retrograde in my sign, right, Leo, in your sign all summer long? What is this breakthrough that you want to have, okay? So we love, this is actually a huge week for you. I want to make that very clear. This is a huge week for you, Leo. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Leo, for the week of September 11th to the 17th. Leo, I just dropped all the cards. Gosh. This is, again, I've had the murkiest the Mercury retrogradius day today. Actually, that was probably a blessing in disguise, because the one thing that I should have told you, remember how I said the sun is trining Uranus on the 15th, and then the day after we have the Venus square Jupiter. Both Uranus and Jupiter are in Taurus right now, all right? And Venus, which is in your sign, is a ruling planet for Taurus. And so all this activity in Taurus, remember, this is your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements. So there could be a lot of activity when it comes to career, okay? I am getting a message for some of y'all are business owners or entrepreneurs or CEOs or of that type. There could be something, some sort of breakthrough with money, investments, stuff like that. That could be happening around this time. Keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and get started, Leo. Let's see what's going on for you for, again, Leo Sun and Leo Rising, if you know your birth chart. And if you want to read for your moon and your Venus, I would this week recommend both, because Venus is very active and waking up and in your sign, and the moon because it is a new moon in Virgo, very powerful new moon. And because it is a new moon in Virgo, I will be pulling clarifiers just to, because I want to. I want to. I think that you deserve it, Leo. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, Leo. Let's see what's going on for you for September 11th to the 17th, Leo. Now, you'll notice I actually accidentally woke my dog up, but she is taking up all my table space. We're going to see how we can do this without waking her up, Leo. As I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It really does bring the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Leo, you see what's happening here, right? I'm gonna push the camera back a little bit so you can take a closer look. But you're good. You're good, Leo. Let me push the camera back a little bit so you can see what's happening here. I cannot believe this, actually. You are, okay, there you go. Leo, you see what's going on here. You're good. This is going to be a really big week for you. Your life is going to change this week, and you are, some of y'all already know this, by the way. I know it's definitely, I'm getting that energy. Some of y'all already know about big changes happening in your life, but I love this. You're fantastic. You're great. You're really good. Let's get started. You did get the Lovers. Okay. So interesting. Came in your past. All right. So there could have been some Leos who have had to make some sort of decision about relationships. Not going to lie. Remember I said Mars in Libra. I talk about it a lot more in the September forecast. So go to that, about that placement and how that affects all Leos. But there could be something where you have had to make a decision, okay? And it completely has changed our world. Now, I also want to remind you this is a weekly reading, and this card came up in your past. So it depends on when you watch what day you watch this reading as well. But you can see Archangel Raphael. He's the one that's gifting the love here, all right? This is all about relationships, all right? Remember what I said. Mars is in Libra, the native ruler of partnerships and relationships, and it's not limited to love. It's career too. It's one-on-one relationships. There you go. So there could have been a decision that you had to make, or there could have been something, if not a decision, a step you took, an action you took that either brought you closer in a relationship, or started a new relationship, or ascended in a relationship, or ended a relationship. If none of that relationships and partnerships is a matter for you, it's gonna be okay for a lot of Leos in terms of something that you are taking the next step on. It's going to be a sense of yourself, okay? Remember I said that self-worth, that self-value, all of that energy, okay? But a little bit more of empowerment energy, empowerment in terms of you loving yourself and being comfortable in your own skin, being finally able to express yourself in the ways that you couldn't with Venus retrograde in your sign, okay? Because, hey, we're talking about love here, love and healing and all matters that come with that. And remember, Venus, the planet of love, has been retrograde and finally just waking up, okay? Finally waking up and very active this weekend. So I really love that. I want you to remind you, Venus isn't just love, too. It's money, it's creativity. Venus represents everything that Venus represents. But there is this sense of breakthrough that you could have gone through. Again, what resonates with you, whether it's career, business, could be a friendship, but again, a lot of that self-love, a lot of you. I want you to think about where you were in the beginning of the summer. Now, I want you to think about where you are now and how you feel now, okay? There should be a big difference coming out of Venus retrograde. Now, this confirms it. The fact that you got the world and the heart of your spread, okay? That's a big deal, all right? I want you to know that, Leo, and I think that you do know that, all right? The world. We've come to the end of the Fool's journey, all right? The major arcana is the hero's journey, your journey, okay? And so this is indicating you're starting a new cycle. Coincidentally, incidentally, during the week of the new moon in Virgo, where we start a new cycle. So I love what's already what's going on right now, the alignment with astrologically. But you're here, by the way. You see the 4 fixed signs in the corners of the world. You're here, okay? Leo, you're a fixed sign, all right? So it brings that stability, and I really love that this came up because 4 is such a magical number, and, we can talk about the symbolism of 4, and, this does represent, 4 seasons. We're entering a new season, and it's just honest, or will, actually, what did that's next week. Yeah. So we're entering this fall here in the Northern Hemisphere. Anyway, you can see that she is holding the 2 magicians' batons, okay? Remember, we started off with a magician. Now, through the Fool's journey, through the major arcanas, there are dualities, there's polarities, there's ups and downs, a lot of major moments in your life, okay? You've come to the end in achievement. Be proud of yourself, okay, Leo? Be proud of yourself. You're about to enter this new cycle. Now, this dancing figure, who's very happy here, referred to as the child of hermaphroditus, okay? So even though we've gone through, you've gone through all these, again, polarities, dualities, and ups and downs, and highs and lows, and challenges, and breakthroughs. This is the child of what hermaphroditus, right? Hermes and Aphrodite. Okay, so it's also the merging of masculine and feminine that we were going through. I mean, this is like, you're good. You're absolutely good. And you can see the wreath, the garland, in the shape of a 0, right? So it's referencing the Fool. So we're starting back with the Fool, starting a new Fool's journey. You're absolutely, you're fine. One thing that I want you to do is really take a moment, okay? Take this moment as Mercury goes direct this week. Venus has gone direct. And Mars, remembers blazing through. All these planets are starting to wake up during retrograde month. I would even say season. You did get the 4 of Swords, but you got the 4 of Swords in your challenge area. So take this time to really still, don't lose that spirit. Really take time to stay connected with your intuitive self, with your higher self. Take that time. Also, if you need to recover, take this time, okay? Because what's happening, you have the Lovers in your past, but then you also have the 4 of Swords in your challenge area. The 4 of Swords is actually ruled by Libra, okay? So again, Mars in Libra, the native ruler of partnerships and relationships, which came up in your past. The Lovers card is what that represents. So, and also, again, you, self-love. I mean, that's Trinity at play here. That's conscious, subconscious, super conscious, okay? If you want to think of it as mind, body, soul as well. But take some time to really connect, okay? Don't lose that connection, all right? Don't lose that connection with your spirit, with who you are, okay? And take time to just, if you've had some like flared up situations, especially with Mars being there, Mars being like challengey with the water gun, right? At your dry sand party, take some time, because there could be, the third house also rules siblings, aunts, uncles, neighbors, cousins. So there could have been some moments with that as well. Maybe some arguments or not seeing eye to eye, or, but again, even just relationships and partnerships, one-on-one relationships. All right. So keep that in mind, because it's really interesting here what's going on. You also got the Magician in your crown. Um, Hello. You want this change so bad, okay? You really, really do. This is really amazing. The Magician, remember how I said she's got the two Magician's batons in her hands? And now you've got the Magician um, in your crown. So there is a sense of you just really wanting to take action, move forward with your passions, with your dreams, with your goals. Do it. Do it. Do it. Take action. Blaze forward. Okay. This is your week. All right. You're entering a brand new cycle in your life. It is clear as day here. It looks like you're about to work with others, but there's this fire. You know what it is? The energy that I'm feeling is like that fiery Leo spirit is coming back. Okay. It's like in a big way, especially after a month of where it was just kind of like sluggy, retrogrady and whatnot. It's like you are back in the zone. You're in the driver's seat behind the wheels of a Ferrari that is, has no gravity, or I don't know. Does that make sense? Anyway, because you did also get the Knight of Wands in the root of your spread. So there is this sense of like a lot of things are happening. You're about to have this massive life change. You really want it. You are manifesting like you've never before. You've really taken action. You're really, really, really taking action for things that you want at this point. And you're just blazing forward with your passions. That's all you want to do. It's almost like no looking back. No one can stop me now. I'm ready to just get out of it. If there were any challenges, any ruts, I'm ready to move forward. Some of y'all, by the way, did end up some of y'all have entered new partnerships and relationships, and that has changed your world. So congratulations. So that's really amazing. And it's almost like that's like you're hyper focused on that too. But even still, wands, by the way, are very lively. They're attributed to the fire signs, right? The fire, they're fire, but also sort of knights, which is very great. And so the Knight of Wands, very fiery. This is fire on fire. Okay, you can even see what's coming out of his helmet here. Now, very transformative energy too. What's really interesting is like some of y'all may be traveling this week, or planning travel, and if so, I always encourage travel. Travel is always a force of good. Remember to like always just stay your authentic self. I don't, it's almost like I don't have to tell you that, but that is a message that's coming through. But it's especially with the Four of Swords in your challenge area, just really like that mind, body, soul, and really just staying true to yourself. Like this is an amazing spread. That energy coming from it is also amazing too. Look, you got the Three of Pentacles in your future, and so it looks like there is something that is going to you're moving toward that. Could be working with a lot of other people, new people. Remember, communication is a really big thing now. This card, the core of this card really is bonding, okay? Bonding with other people, whether it's in a work environment, mostly work environment because it is Pentacles. So, but it could be even what resonates with you, okay? Can be family as well, or even like your squad. Thinking about not only bonding, but creating with it, okay? 3 is all about creation. It's the birth of new things. So there could be something new that you're thinking about launching, or a new team environment that you're entering, or even a partnership that you're entering with. There's just something new that's coming through. All right. So I absolutely love this for you. But remember, the core of this card really is bonding and being open to that, open to working with other people, even if it's just a solo project that you may be wanting to start. Like if you wanted to, for instance, I guess like launch a website, or even maybe writing on a book or whatnot, you would have to bring like an agent in, right? Or if the website, like a developer, or do you know what I mean? Like still working with people in some sort of capacity. But there is a strong sense of you moving forward with a sense of wanting to open yourself up with working with other people and collaborating with other people with in a new direction, okay, or with a new project. Like that's kind of like where the momentum is building and where you want to be going, okay? Also, if you think about what's actually happening in with the fact that your North Node moved into Aries, that is your 9th house, okay? So that is like spirituality. So again, it's a mind, body, soul energy is like really big here. But also it is travel, okay? So a lot of y'all will be traveling. And it does rule publishing, so some of y'all may be working on a book. That may be a big thing for you, as well as maybe like a website or any sort of writing project. Because also, remember I said Mars and Libra in the 3rd house, that is also writing. So that could be a big thing for y'all. Now, let's get to your stuff. Leo, you see me sneakily doing a time check. I am trying not to go over in these. I've been going so over in these readings, but Leo, if you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. It really, really does help my channel grow. It helps that algorithm. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Thanks for putting up with my weird Aquarius humor. I really appreciate it. You are gonna be so good. You listen, Leo, I don't even know what to say. Well, I do, and I'm gonna say it right now. You got the 10 of Wands, okay? So the first things first. Take this seriously. The 4 of Swords in your challenge area. Really have that equilibrium, that like peace of mind, okay? Really take that time. If you are going to travel, take some time to like, I don't know, do some forest bathing, get a massage, just clear the head a little bit. You definitely have been going through things. And when you have a big spread like this, when you have the world in the heart of your spread with this new life chapter, life cycle to come, there could be a lot going on. So really stay connected, really do like stay in tune with your higher self, your intuition. That's gonna help. But also spend some time like not taking on way too much, okay? There could be a tendency this week where some Leos may be doing that. With the 4 of Swords in your challenge area, and now you've got the 10 of Wands, there could be a sense of some of y'all like almost distracting yourself from things that you do have to face, or keeping yourself busy to the point where you don't have time to have that like just that chill out kind of like stay frosty, be cool kind of energy. So remember, it really is stay tapped in, okay? Stay tapped in, okay? Always listen to your inner voice. Always have your intuition on blast, okay? Has anyone ever said that before? That's a strange thing to say, but you did get the devil, okay? So it is kind of like one of the reasons why I'm telling you that also, because of the 4 of Swords in your challenge area and the 10 of Wands. For some of y'all, again, there is a sense of some of y'all want something to end really bad for something to start really bad. Like you really want this new cycle, okay? But just have that stillness of mind while you do it. Now, with the devil coming up, very interesting, came in your external factors area. So it looks like that distraction area, distraction energy could be a big thing for y'all, okay? Because it could be something that you're actually doing in a beneficial way, because there's possibly like something you don't want to go back to, and so you're distracting yourself, you're working too hard, you're like, oh, I just want to start this new chapter, or this thing won't come out of it. So be aware of those things. Be aware of the things that you do want to eliminate from your life, the things that do not serve you well anymore. That's what the devil is. The devil essentially is a trap, right? It's trying to seduce you back to like old habits, bad patterns. Addictions is a big thing with the devil, right? Drugs and alcohol are the most cliche. Addictions come in so many forms, though. Okay, it could be like, hey, you are scrolling through social media all day, not getting any work done. That was a sign, right? That, pay attention to that. Or like binge watching The Witcher all day, not getting any work done. But be aware, okay? Have that stillness of mind. Let that be tapped into your intuition. Those things will come up, okay? So just be aware of the things that you do not want to go back to, all right? With that devil energy. Oh goodness, I completely forgot to do your clarifiers. Let me clarify. Okay, so I'll clarify that. Okay, so yeah, if you submit to this devil energy, you see what's going to happen. All right? Do not go back to things that you know are not serving you well, okay? Again, it really, I mean, you did get the 2 5s here, all right? The 5 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. So this is a card of, there are 2 conflict cards, 2 challenge cards, all right? And you see that it ends up in disappointment if you go back to something that you know you shouldn't be doing, okay? Looking at your entire spread, you're set up for success. You're set up for this new cycle. And remember, this is in your external factors area, so it could actually be something that is influencing you to, again, like have this new chapter of your life start, cycle of your life start, is because you've already gotten rid of it, and now you want to just get further away from it, from the things that haven't been serving you well, all right? So keep that in mind. Just don't be tempted by the devil, all right? Because I am going to show you something here that you will hopefully will make you pay attention a little more. You remember we started off with the lovers. Now we're going across the cross here, right? Which card do you prefer, Leo? Which card do you prefer, right? You see the devil mocking the archangel. And you see the two lovers chained to the devil at this point. So again, so for a lot of y'all, it could be a relationship. Yeah, it could be a partnership that you don't want to go back to. It could be for some of y'all, it could be even like a like a friends with benefit situation, but you're actually looking for true love. So you probably shouldn't be in that situation. But either way, this is your reading. You decide what's best for you, right? I just want to make you alert of the fact that there may be a tendency, or it could be a potential this week where something comes up and you're like, okay, I've given up Ben and Jerry's ice cream. I'm never gonna have it again. But then you go to a dinner party and it turns out to be a Ben and Jerry's like ice cream bash, and so you're gonna have to go home, okay? Because you're like, no more. All right. So you also got Justice, which is very interesting, where it shows up in your spread. All right. So this is really interesting because Justice is ruled by Libra. All right. So a lot of that partnership, relationship energy that's happening here throughout your spread. And remember, Libra is a native ruler of the 7th house of partnerships and relationships. But this is all about wisdom now. And that's what you want. You want that fairness in your life. You want justice in your life, especially if you've gone through a lot of challenges. You want the best for yourself at this point, is basically what's happening with your spread. And with that comes this new cycle. It's like you're welcoming this new cycle to happen in your life. Okay. So one big thing, remember what I said, take action. That is the biggest thing of all. Take action this week. All right. Especially during the new moon in Virgo, because a Libra, the Justice card is, I'm going to show you something. Well, I'm going to show you something that's really cool later, but This card is very it's attached to karma. Okay, it's significantly attached to karma. So everything that you've done up to this point will determine what's happening now, and obviously determines your future. So you always want to be working with your karma, but the biggest message that's coming through is, the phrase actions have consequences. Well, I kind of have to. It would not be. It's my duty to tell you that inaction have consequences too. Okay, equally as much as the former. So take action. Okay, toward the things that you want, toward the things that will serve you better as you go toward your path to enlightenment. Now, lastly, you got the High Priestess. Hello, hi, Leo. You're good. You're absolutely good. You're 1000% good. The High Priestess came up in your final outcome. All right. So this is really great because she does rule the moon, right? So I love the fact that, it's happening during the new moon in Virgo. Remember how I said, like, a big message, especially with the Four of Swords coming up in your challenge area, and then, with the Ten of Wands showing up here in your staff, really that intuitive energy. I mean, she only comes out when she needs to remind you, hey, don't forget, you need to go within. You need to go in. It's that intuition that is going to guide you. It's your intuition that's going to make everything better. It's that intuition that's going to make you, help you make sound judgments and better decisions. And, really, really just be in your own skin. Okay. She is, it will bring that wisdom that you're seeking, as you move forward in this next cycle. Okay. So, I really love the fact the High Priestess came up in your final outcome. It really is it's so nice. There's so much like the cool thing I was going to point out that and this rarely happens, so I get really excited when these things happen here. Justice, it's right in the middle pillar. Okay, right in the middle pillar. Now of the major arcana, it's right, card 11. So 1 equals 2. High Priestess. All right. But also the one's referencing the Magician, card 1. And so you can actually see the Justice card, similar position, right? The way the hand in the air, the hand to the ground. Now, if you look at the High Priestess card, they both have the veils behind them. And so it's the combination of these two that really reflect the Justice card. And so taking that action, but staying in tune, having that wisdom, being in touch with your intuition, it really makes all the difference, especially with your spread. Okay? So, Leo, you just had a rare thing happen. And then another thing that I'm going to point out, actually, is the fact that, well, you know what? Let me do some what how much okay, let me do more. Let me do a clarifier. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. You got the 3 of Cups and strength. You're gonna be. This is you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be absolutely fine. You just got the card of celebration, of joy, of if you stay in tune with yourself, if you are like, have that inner wisdom as you move forward into this new cycle, and you're going through a new cycle, and I want you to know that you'll be absolutely fine. You'll have a lot to celebrate. It looks like there is going to be something that you're going to celebrate. A lot of family energy again that's coming through, but it can be like a new job, it can be a promotion, it can be whatever you are putting your intention toward. Remember, the Magician is all about taking action, okay? Taking action toward what you want. He's got all tools of tarot at his disposal. And you see the Pentacles, the Cups, right? You see the Swords, the Wands. He's got everything. So where do you want to direct that energy? Now, Strength, you pulled your own card. Strength, ruled by Leo. So remember I said there was that sense of empowerment that we started off with? There you go. There you go. I mean, tap into that. If as long as you are in touch with that inner wisdom, you make the right decisions. You do not go back to this something that could try to seduce you back to like the dark side or whatever. You're gonna be absolutely fine, Leo. And again, you got strength in your final outcome, and this card is ruled by Leo, which. I can't believe this. Another rare thing that that's happening here. So there are only 4 cards in tarot that have the symbol of infinity. You got strength and the magician. The only 2 where the people have this symbol of infinity over their heads, infinite possibilities that come with this action, right? With this strength, with this card, strength, is having the willpower and the action and the courage to resist the things that you shouldn't do. Remember, you have the devil here, so remember, resist anything that. But also, you see hidden in the garland here, right there, in the ribbons, the symbol of infinity. Leo, why are you looking at me like that? I'm joking. Leo, you caught me on a really good day. I'm not going to lie. I'm having a really good day today. But you also have this is a very rare reading. Your life is changing, and I have to say, it's because of you. You're putting a lot of effort and energy toward it. You are going to be absolutely fine. Just remember to have that equilibrium. Stay in tune with, your higher self. You're going to be fine. Avoid this trap. There could be something that comes up, all right, where it's like maybe trying to seduce you to something that you know is not good for you. As long as you avoid that, you avoid, the conflict and the disappointment. But you're going to be fine, okay? You got something to celebrate. You got the world in the heart of your spread. You have a lot going. You've got some rare stuff happening here. You've got some really rare stuff, especially with the Justice, High Priestess, and Magician, and then with the Magician, the World, the High Priestess, and Strength. Or no, the Magician, the World, and Strength. Yeah. Leo, you're good. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and I'm very excited for you. Very excited for you. And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. And don't forget, Saturday, September 10th, okay? If you watch this reading before then, I have Susan King joining the show. And actually, you should because of your reading all this intuitive energy, I would think about it, okay? It's for members, but I will, and Susan King is a world-renowned intuitive, and so she will be talking about intuition, exercises you can do, why it's so important, but she will also be doing readings for people that are in the session at the time. It'll be live. Like mini readings, like psychic readings, but I will post it after, okay, for everyone who, if you're not a member, I would obviously encourage you to become members, but if you're not, I'm still going to post it. So it's definitely something that you should watch because it's so nice to have her. Leo, you're amazing. Thanks so much. I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.